Hi there. So, what is time? According to Alan Watts, time does not exist. According to many people, they also believe time does not exist. Now, according to one system of timekeeping, the Gregorian calendar, today counts as the 15th of April 2021. In the Jewish calendar, it's 5,000 something. In the Muslim calendar, it's 1,000 something. I forget, 1,400, something like that. So, what is time? Where are we? Really, where are we? What is the number that we can really say is the correct representation of our place in space throughout the history of movement that has been throughout this earth? The answer is very simple. All of them are realities and they are all valid. This is the shamanic way of looking at it, that every reality is as equally real as any others. Now, what I'm trying to do right now is discuss the following. Why stick to one time measuring system, a device, if you will, one clock, one method of measurement? Why stick to only one? The way I see it, the truth is in between the perspectives. So if you say, today is this day, that's true. However, let me show you something very quickly. Now, there's a lot going on here, so just bear with me. First off, we have the Western astrological wheel, the Greek base. In this system, we are right now in the month of Aries. Now, there is a Sabian symbol system created by an astrologer and a divinatory lady in the 1900s. The Sabian symbols were created to show that every degree, so in the 30 degrees of Aries, there are a different symbol that was channeled by her, L.Z. Wheeler, Mark Edmund Jones. He recorded it for her. And today the symbol is the following. Through imagination, a lost opportunity is regained. And this is specifically very interesting for me because I had this vision, this idea of having four wheels to represent four different systems, being the Western, Chinese, Vedic, and Mayan systems, all in one. The way I saw it was differently. The way it actually manifested and came out a couple of weeks ago when I first started cutting out these shapes was very different. So today is a day where, through my own level of imagination, I actually found that this lost opportunity was never lost. It just didn't happen, and now it has. And today is also the day in the Chinese system, in the Baji astrological system. Yes, there are days. They're actually called four pillars, and I'll get to that later on. But today's the day of the Chinese water snake. Snake being associated again with knowledge, vital energy. Water being associated with Mercury and communication, and as well flowing and everything related with water, everything that's emotional and flowing, right? So today's a day for just letting knowledge flow, in a sense. So we have, from the first sense, a lost opportunity to regain through imagination, flowing of knowledge. In the nakshatra as well, of Rohini, which is represented by the chariots, which is a very intense energy, is supposedly the favorite nakshatra of the moon or the constellation, where it's a good day to get shit done. It's a great day to produce projects and produce anything. It's a day of artistic beauty and these types of things. So, flowing with creation of knowledge, as well as the day of the 12th earth in the Mayan system. I'm going to put the actual Mayan names later. But basically what we have is this. This is a day where, in order to get things done, we must truly know what we're doing. And on that note, I had to quickly reread what this means, and I was right when I said it's just birthing of new knowledge. This is actually representing of the first sign. Many people think that the crocodile or Imix is the first sign, but the earth is actually the first. 12 is again associated with knowledge and dynamic understanding. It's a very powerful sign. It represents the totality of creation before actually finishing it. So in this lining up of what we have, these energies, it's a day of creating new knowledge. This is what I call reading between the lines of the energies. I'm not going into a heavy amount of detail in either one of these. I will more in later videos, and I will fully explain what means more about the Sabian symbols in the Western system, more about the Chinese elements and the animals, more about the Vedic nakshatras and their meaning, and more about the numbers and the signs of the Mayan system. I know this is a lot to take in, but just remember that as much information as you're willing to process is as much knowledge as you're able to receive. And right now, this is a day to receive a lot of new knowledge and to create new projects regarding new types of thinking and knowledge. And this is what this whole thing lines up for. This whole thing is basically saying, look, we have the potential to create new things and do whatever we want with them. And this was just the best thing I could have done today. Today was a rather chill day. The moon being in Taurus still, it's at its end. And so I found myself calculating, how can I approach this new world I'm about to create, this new world where I'm giving knowledge and I'm helping people to understand what is going on behind the curtain. And I find that this is the best way to do it, visual representation. And I'm going to get into much more detail later on. I just want to explain to people, you who are listening, that time is living. This is a living being. This is a living entity. All of these are God's archetypes, different energies. These aren't just matter-of-fact, abstract symbols. The Mayans, the ancients truly believed, the Chinese as well, and the Greeks and the Vedics as well. These are all deities. So if you're looking at a global perspective meaning that all of these different systems can work hand in hand. It's not like one is separate from the other completely. Yes, they're born on different continents and they're different, but the reality is that the true reality is between all of them. Neither one or the other is correct in the sense that it is the only absolute truth and it is the only perfectly correct solution. They're all truths, they're all abstract ways of measuring time, and they are all palpable and physical manifestations of archetypal realms through different cultural programmings, different filters, and different perspectives. So I'll leave this with you for now. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you back soon. Please hit subscribe below to hear more. I'm going to get into much more detail very soon about the different systems, go into much more depth. But for now, take care and enjoy living in sacred time.